Sports Entertained is recorded live at twitch.tv/baldyandthebeast. Come check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and watch the matches right along with us.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Bront.
I'm Willem.
And we are Baldy and the Beast. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Sports Entertained.
Yes.
What we got on the plate today, Willem?
Today we are watching Cactus Jack versus Vader from Halloween Havoc 1993. Spin the wheel, make a deal.
Oh, should be good. These two guys beat the piss out of each other.
You're goddamn right they did.
It was at the Lakefront Arena in New Orleans in front of 6,000 screaming fans. I was trying to come up with something, but I couldn't think of either of their fan bases' names.
Dubsy-dubbers or something. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So like you said, it was a spin the wheel, make the deal match, which must have been a concept they liked because I accidentally clicked on the Halloween Havoc from the year before, and that was the main event there too.
Huh. It might have just been the gimmick they had for Halloween Havoc or something.
Yeah. So earlier in the night, Vader came out in the middle of the show, spun the wheel, and it landed on a Texas death match, which is the last man standing rules. And I was pretty lucky that it landed on this match, because that's the exact same match that Cactus Jack and Vader had worked out backstage. So for some dumb reason, though, this isn't a title match. Vader's the WCW champ, and the title's not on the line.
So they're just going at it because the wheel said so. Yeah,
essentially. And it's like, and not to be a spoiler, Mick doesn't win the match anyways, so why not just put the damn belt on the line?
Right.
Because WCW.
Another weird thing about this. So I was checking this out while you were away, getting you some water, and the first two flags on the network are very concerning. The first one has a thumbnail picture of a very baby faced Tony Schiavone in like just a black suit, and it looks creepy as all hell. And the second image just says a six-man tag team match, which, if you know anything about how WWE whitewashes Chris Benoit out of history, you'd figure that'd be a Chris Benoit match, but it's not. It's just labeled a six-man tag team match. And the only reason I can think why is because it's got the Shockmaster in it.
Why would they want to protect the Shockmaster? I don't know.
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows why they'd want to protect the Shockmaster? You know what I do know, Willem, though? I do know that this match that we're going to watch today was so damn violent that it caused the brass at WCW to never let these two guys work together on pay-per-view ever again.
Oh, boo. What a bunch of pansies.
So I read that and I got so fucking excited because I've never seen this match.
Neither have I. I'm super pumped now because I had a shit day at work. I had the fucking boss man coming in, breathing down my neck, who never wound up showing up. I had to dress up in some ungodly, uncomfortable clothes. I am super ready to see two big badasses beat piss out of each other.
Yup. And at this point, this is about 6 months before the infamous Cactus Jack Vader match on that European tour, where so before the show, or they had accidentally over-tightened the ropes, and Mick went to do a hangman spot. So when Mick went to do that spot, normally it's safe because of, I don't know how it works, but it's safe.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. But since the ropes were over-tightened, it wasn't safe, and it was like, shoot, choking Cactus. So he had to like push the rope over his head to get it to get free. Yeah. And in the process, he ripped the back of his ear. So later in the match, Vader was going to do a spot and grabbed Jack's ear, and it just came off in his hand.
Huh.
And yeah.
But you know what? Vader's strong enough that probably would have happened anyways because, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I honestly thought that happened in this match because I wasn't familiar with their match history. I thought that this was the match that happened in.
No, that was on match. That was just a tour match. I don't even know if that was televised or not.
Well, then those people on a random house show got themselves a fucking show.
Yeah. So I've seen the home footage, and like you can see like the ear coming out. Or yeah, it's crazy. But they finished that match. That wasn't the end of the match. Mick Foley's fucking ear comes off. Not only does Vader no sell it, but Mick no sold it, and they kept going with the damn match. Tell you what, Willem, if I ever lose an ear midstream, I don't give two shits. I'm fucking getting my ear taken care of.
If you lose an ear midstream, I'm fucking selling that shit somewhere on the internet because we'll both be billionaires.
Oh shit.
Idiot schmuck loses ear midstream.
So that's all I've got on the backstory to the match. For those of you looking to watch along, we'll be at 2:30:31. It's I think the last tag or the second last. It's the last tag.
It's the very last tag. It's the last thing. It's the main event. Oh, it's gonna be 20 minutes of fucking glorious violence.
Yep, they're gonna beat the stuffing out of each other.
Yep.
But before we get into that, we've got to run down the card. So it started off with that eponymous 6-man tag team match.
Yep.
That's probably so good we'll have to watch it one day, but probably not.
Yeah, I mean it has the likes of Harlem Heat and the Equalizer.
Okay, but Harlem Heat. Yeah.
Right, but nobody.
It was 93 Harlem Heat though.
Yeah. And then it's also got the Shockmaster in it, and then just two other guys. I don't know who anybody in this match is besides Harlem Heat and the Shockmaster, because the Equalizer is just called the Equalizer, and I have no idea who the fuck he is. And that's all that I know about anything else on the show.
Maybe we'll Google machine later.
Go for it.
But next on the card was not the Google machine, because the Google machine wasn't even invented yet. It was Paul Orndorff. Wait, it was 93. Yeah, there was Google. Paul Orndorff versus Ricky Steamboat. Next up on the match, we have Davey Boy Smith, Bulldog, versus Stephen William Regal.
Yes.
Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Dustin Rhodes for the U.S. title.
Very young. Like, this was Dangerous Alliance era Steve Austin, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think around that, maybe a little after.
Yeah.
This was 93. I think that was 92. I'm not 100% sure, though.
It's somewhere.
But yeah. Young, before either of these guys knew what they were going to be. Especially Stone Cold, because Dustin never got to quite that level, but
yeah,
he worked at a high level for a long time. Except for when he was Black Rain.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Nasty Boys versus Scorpio and Bagwell. Sid Vicious versus Sting, which Sting might have pulled that to a good match.
It's Sid. It
might have been okay.
Maybe, possibly.
And the second to final match was Ric Flair versus Rude for the WCW International title.
I don't know.
Not the Intercontinental title, mind you, the International title.
Okay.
It's different. Main evented by this Texas death match that we are about to enjoy. Willem, do you think about 5 seconds? I think we need a countdown.
Let's give it 5 seconds. I'm ready to get into this. Enough pussyfooting around on this shit. Let's count it down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Start the fucking match. That was...
Go ahead.
That was very entertaining and then over real quick.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
My kind of wrestling. I hate to be that guy that's like, I like garbage wrestling when people throw themselves away occasionally, but god damn it, tell me you weren't entertained from that first potato to that last potato. You were entertained the whole way through. And no, it shouldn't happen a lot, but matches like these are my fucking gravy.
What's how many bronze out of 5 are you giving that one?
I mean, is this a normal scale, or is this a crazy brawl? We just beat the shit out of each other scale.
Let's go normal, and then I'll let you give like what you actually want to give it.
Okay, like as a match, it's not technically good. It's pretty much these two just beating the hell out of each other. Match wise, it's like 3.25, 3.5.
Yeah.
About a 4-star story, but I mean, what I actually want to give it, 1,000,000. The infinite, whatever the most, I loved every minute of it. I wanted to give it 5 stars, in all honestly, but I know that like that's not what it was. But I really just want to be like, no, 5, because
Yep.
I enjoyed all of it.
I'm gonna go ahead. As far as a regular match goes, I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I have to take off half a star because the way the match ended was just kind of like slap ass thrown together. Like with fucking Harley Race playing with his dingle dongle in the crowd, trying to get the taser out, and then like he goes to tase fucking Mick, and like the taser doesn't work right, and fucking Mick has that like half-second late ass sell to the leg to fall back down, and then Nick Patrick doesn't see that Mick was also up on his feet and then fell back down. I gotta take away half a star for that. It was a brutal, bloody, popcorn fucking match. Absolutely something that you can just watch to get a lot of entertainment out of. It was not a great match though.
that might go on my list of desert island matches.
Yeah. Um the,
Infinitely entertaining.
there were a lot of spots that were just like um they were legit just Foley gets dumped on his head. Foley gets potatoed for like 30 seconds. Um, or like
Foley returns the favor.
Foley returns the favor. Fucking Vader on the ground and on like off the ramp, and Foley drops a legit elbow on him from the ramp. And then there was that fucking busted ass church stolen from a defunct church table, and the rusty chair, and like the set that looked like it was stolen directly from like some public access TV show. Like this screams 1993 WCW. This screams 1993 wrestling before there was a boom period. This
Yep.
screams 90% of the people in the crowd were comped tickets because they needed to fill seats. But
Yep.
goddamn, was this match just entertaining to watch. It is a popcorn summer blockbuster match. It is not something that like anybody anywhere is going to be like, that's my favorite match as far as a technical wrestling standpoint, because it's not that. It's very much just two dudes beating the absolute piss out of each other, and then Harley Race tases fucking Cactus Jack for the win.
Yeah, and then, well, you gotta throw in here too, like, yeah, some people are just not gonna like the match, like, just because they don't like that ultra violent shit.
Right.
For some reason, Jim Cornette probably fucking loved this match, even
Oh
though he
yeah.
hates hardcore
Oh yeah,
wrestling. I
100%.
bet you he loved this match.
He saw this match and fucking came in his pants. He was
Yep,
playing with his dingly dongaloo in the backstage.
yep.
Yep.
It was so good. It brings that the viciousness of hardcore, but mixes it perfectly with old school wrestling to just tell the story that I don't give a shit about your health. It's essentially the story they told, and
Yep.
they do it
Yep.
by just not giving a shit about each other's health for 15 minutes.
You know what I
And that
will
was great.
you know what I will say though? You know what this match did not have? You know it was something very bad that this match did not have at all.
I don't think, now I was looking, but I didn't see any really weird Indian deathlock.
That's it. That's the thing. If this match had like one really weird Indian deathlock somewhere in the middle, 5-star match, 10 stars, breaking the scale, best match of all time.
If they had done that, we might instead of it being the Tokyo Dome, it might be the Lakefront Arena in New Orleans.
Yeah.
If only they were in the Lakefront Arena, Meltzer would have given it 5 stars.
Yep.
Oh shit!
All right. Well, that was a fairly short match, and I feel like we've got a little bit of time to kill to kind of. not hit like a limit as far as the time, but I feel like we can, talk for a little bit longer. So, do you have anything else you really want to bring up? What else is going on in the wider wrestling world that you really want to make note of?
Um, well, I think we shine a spotlight today on. I do want to review this match, but I
Okay.
also think if we have a little extra time, let's shout out some guys. Ben Carter and Lee Johnson.
Okay.
I think it was the September 22nd, so I think it would have been last week's Dark.
Yep.
Had a fucking banger. A match that shouldn't have been on Dark.
Yeah.
And not because those two shouldn't be on Dark, because they're both kind of relative unknowns. I can't say I've heard of either of these two guys
Okay.
much pre this. But that match was just so good. I wish more people could see it.
I will have to go back and watch it because I have not seen it.
It was like not something I would expect on Dark. It was fantastic.
Okay. And from everything I heard, like the Carter, like he did a really good job with Scorpio Sky in his match.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I may have to go check those out when I get a second.
I think he's relatively new though. I haven't heard
Yeah.
too much about him.
But I feel like we're getting a large influx of relatively new guys that are super duper talented.
It's almost like now that there's a second major company, you can spotlight twice as much talent.
I know, right?
And I am so excited about it.
Yep.
So excited. People are going to get like, I don't want to, when I say fall through the cracks, I don't mean they say a negative way. But if there had been another major company in the 2000s, maybe Chris Daniels had a world title run on a main stage. Maybe AJ became that big mainstream draw before he did. I think having multiple top tier wrestling companies is only the best thing for wrestling.
Yeah. And the sad thing about Chris Daniels is that he, like, by all accounts, he was supposed to be the higher power in WWF, and they didn't do it because nobody knew the name. So if there was another company that he could have came up through and done his shit, maybe we could have seen that. That could have been
there was
interesting.
at the time because higher power was
that was like 99, something like that.
You're not mid 90s, late 90s. Yeah.
I mean, there was WCW, but do you honestly think WCW was hiring Chris Daniels as a top guy?
No.
Yeah, no. It also kind of has to do with the time that it was, because like 80s, 90s, 2000s up till like 07 ish, no company was doing anything if you were a guy that was under 6 foot, under 240.
Yeah,
like
and the ones that were like niche.
You could do stuff, but you weren't top guy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Unless you're like a Shawn Michaels level talent, you're not.
Or Mexico. Mexico, I think they got a fair shake. Japan. Did Japan have as much of a big guy bias as we did in America?
They yeah, because they loved fucking giant gaijins. They loved people like Vader and Bob Sapp, and like there were a bunch of like big guys in WCW that were just, because they were big Americans, they were fucking scary foreign heels in Japan.
Yeah.
So
but did they put over smaller guys too? I guess as more was getting
kind of
like I honestly don't know. And I was just kind of wondering because we did it at the expense of small guys, and I think you could do both.
I think the big thing with Japan is that they put a they kind of treated their junior division as like on equal level as the heavyweight division,
which I love. Even the way they do it today is brilliant.
Well, and it makes it feel like any other fighting sport, because it just puts it in weight classes. Like you see it in MMA, you see it in boxing all the time. Like the champion of the featherweights, the champion of the light heavyweight, middleweight, stuff like that. All of those divisions, they're the champions of those divisions. They're not trying to get to heavyweight because they're not going to, because that's their body type. That's where they're at.
Yeah, and they don't need to.
Right.
Now, and I think especially too with New Japan, the way they do it that's kind of cool is when guys do decide to move up, They make a big deal out of it.
Right.
And they're only moving up because it's like, you've beaten all the junior talent. You're
Right.
obviously the best junior.
Right.
What are you going to do? Beat everybody again? No, you got to go up to the heavyweights now and fight them.
Right.
I love that they do that because it gives time for the juniors to grow. But when they're ready, you let them, fight the bigger dudes.
Right. I think the best example of that is the Great Muta, because he was for a very long time just seen as, well, not, I don't want to say just seen as a junior, but he was like a spotlight person. He was the huge person in the junior heavyweight division, and then he was also IWGP champion on multiple occasions and probably one of their biggest draws for a very long time.
Muta's the shit, though.
Muta
we should watch something Muta did.
If you have a scale of bloodiness based on your fucking name, you are the shit.
Yep. I want to watch a high scale Muta match sometime.
Okay.
Oh, we should do a week of Muta where we do the different maybe not the week, but we'll do like the scale of Muta, like a not very bloody Muta match, a more up the scale.
I had that idea for the end of October. So, but what we could do, seeing as October is coming up, for our Tuesday episodes, we could just do the scale of Muta.
Fucker. I already have shit done for October, but we could do the scale of Muta.
I'm sorry that you already got
a better idea.
I know, the scale of Muta for October. Or we could do that as our Thursday, because this Thursday coming up is like we're ending our duology. For everybody who's not paying attention, the second part of our Bret Hart Owen Hart series is going to be coming out this Thursday, recording right here at twitch.tv/BaldyandTheBeast, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come see Bret Hart versus us watch Bret Hart versus Owen Hart from SummerSlam 1994.
Yes.
I believe that's it.
Let me double check my notes though, but I believe 94. Yes, 94.
So we're going to be watching that this Thursday. So that's going to be the end of that, and we haven't really decided on another series to watch. So for our Thursday episodes for all of October, we could just do the scale of Muta.
I could do Muta matches all of October. I'm not going to guarantee there will be a scale.
October,
because
the month of Muta.
I might just do the month of Muta, but we'll do something. I'm fine with doing an exceptionally bloody Muta. I've never really watched a lot of Muta. Yeah. That sounds awesome to me.
Are we doing Mutober?
Mutober! Yes! I'm in. Let's get merch.
All right. Well, I think we kind of exhausted our batteries a little bit on that one. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Thank you for coming out, giving us likes, any subscribes that you want to do on our channel. Check us out on all of our social medias. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Check out our audio-only version. If you don't feel like watching the videos live, you can check out our audio-only over at Anchor. That's got links to all of where we're at. It's also down in the description below. We love everybody coming out. We love seeing all the feedback. We love hearing from everybody. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We will see you this coming Thursday for Bret Hart versus Owen Hart Part 2. We will see you there.
Bye.